Hello, welcome to Pure Yoga. My name is Emily. I'd like to share a practice especially for spring with you. In the next 15 minutes or so, I'd like to clear the stagnant energy and lethargy that you might find is lingering from winter and leave you feeling spacious, light, and recharged, ready for spring. So let's begin with some centering breaths. So closing your eyes, sitting in a comfortable seated position which allows the spine to be nice and tall. And just start with some sighing out breaths. So as you inhale, make it a deep, full breath. And as you exhale, sigh out through the mouth. We'll do that twice more. And now just let the breath flow naturally. Bring your awareness down to the base of the spine and to your sit bones, and feel that you're plugging into the earth to ground and recharge. From that point, allow the spine to lengthen and rise upwards, the jaw to release, the shoulders to soften. And as you become more comfortable with the flow of the breath, begin to deepen it a little and lengthen it. Just noticing the natural response of the body as the inhale comes in, the belly expands, the ribcage opens. And as you exhale, the navel draws back, ribcage moves in and down. Allowing the face to soften as you breathe deeply. Taking 2 more breaths here in this way. And letting go of the breath, blink the eyes open, and let's come to lie down. So just coming into Shavasana to start with, so just the feet apart just for a moment or two, let the arms be away from the sides of your body, and just take a breath or 2 here. Feeling softness through the body as you allow yourself to be supported by the floor beneath you. And then bringing the legs together, the arms by your side, flexing into the feet, spreading the toes, and inhaling the arms up and overhead. Taking your time as you do this to slow the breath down, breathing mindfully. When you reach the top of that inhale, have a good stretch through, bringing space through the sides of the body. As you exhale, again taking your time to mindfully bring the arms back down. Feeling you're letting go of any stresses or strains. And as you touch down, just let everything flop and soften and relax for a moment. I'm going to do that twice more, inhaling up and back. Stretching through. Exhaling, coming back over. Letting everything go, letting yourself relax. And then last time, inhaling up and back. Stretching through. And releasing as you exhale. Good. Now from here, keeping that left leg active with the foot flexed, bring the right knee in towards the right side of your body. Inhale, leg moving away. Exhale, hug it in and down. If you can make contact between the thigh and the abdomen, that's great, but don't worry if not. Inhale the knee away, exhaling it down. And last time, inhaling away, exhale down and holding there so you get that gentle internal massage into the intestines. I'm going to encourage some good, healthy flow, digestive flow with this posture. So just allow yourself to breathe deeply there, encouraging that internal massage, cleansing within, and then extending the leg up towards the ceiling. You might need to keep the knee bent a bit, that's fine. Just work to where you feel comfortable with. You can slide the hands up the back of the leg as you breathe. And then whilst we're here, we're going to point and flex the foot a couple of times, and then just circle into the ankle one way and then the other. Good. And then releasing that leg, bending the other knee, ankle to thigh, inhale, and as you exhale, draw the knees in for reclined pigeon, flexing both feet. Remember, you can always slide that leg across, adjust, maybe rock a little bit, so you feel you're in the best position for you. Taking 2 full breaths here. Now, obviously, with any of these postures that we're moving through in this short practice, you are very welcome to pause and take a bit longer over as you feel suits you. So releasing the hands, coming down with that foot, arms out to the side. We're going to take that into a spinal twist. So inhale, and then shift the hips over to the right a little bit, and exhale the knees over to the left, sole to the floor. You can adjust the shoulders, turn the head, face away from the knees, taking 1 or 2 full breaths here, staying as long as you want to. Good, and then inhaling back to center, uncrossing the legs, have a little shake out through the thighs. So we do the same to the other side. So root through that right foot so you feel nice and stable here, and then bring the knee in towards the chest. We're going to extend that leg away, flexing into the foot, and inhale, left knee away, exhale, hug it in. Twice more, inhaling away, exhale in. So not only are you creating that good, gentle internal massage, but you're also bringing a bit of space to the top of the right thigh as well, working into the hips. So holding there as you take a breath, and then extending the leg towards the ceiling. Sliding the hands up, and then working into the ankle. So pointing, flexing, a few times, circling, and then the other way. Working into the joints. So then, sliding the hands down, bending that knee, coming into your reclined pigeon on the back of the thigh if you can. Flexing both feet, remember. Soften the jaw here if you can, and the shoulders a little. Release, bring the foot to the floor, the arms out to the sides, shift to the left a little as you inhale, and then exhale, come over with the knees. Now you can use the foot on the floor as a stopper to kind of pause you there. Or if you want to go deeper into it, you can tuck under. Shifting the shoulders, turning the head to the left, taking a breath. Good. And then unfurling, coming back to center, uncrossing, having a shake through the thighs. And then depending on how you're feeling, you can either rock and roll along the spine to come up or roll to the side, over that way. But I will meet you in a kneeling position, high kneeling position. So I'm going to turn so you can see here. I'm going to tuck my toes under and sit back onto my heels. This can feel quite intense if you're not used to it. Most of us aren't used to it, but it's good to do every now and again to stretch through the soles of the feet and open up the toes, particularly in this kind of cleansing practice. So let's distract ourselves by inhaling the arms up, interlacing the fingers, and reaching up high. Obviously goes without saying, if you've got any foot or toe injuries, please don't do this version. And then turning the head to the right, taking a breath. Turning the head to the left, taking a breath. And releasing the hands, hand to the floor, reaching up and over into a side stretch there. You can turn to look under the arm, or you can have the head turning down towards the floor. And coming away, reaching over, breathing space into the side of the body. And return, and then we can release the toes and just come forwards for a moment there and let the blood return and let them settle back into a comfortable feeling. So from here, we're going to come into cat-cow. So spreading the fingers, middle finger pointing to the top of the mat here. Knees are under the hips. You can tuck your toes if you want to, but it's not essential. So we're going to inhale as we let the belly drop and look up and lift the tailbone. And then exhale, navel to spine, press through the palms, chin tucks in towards the chest, and tailbone tucks under. Inhaling. So again, you can pause and do as many of these cat-cow movements as you would like. But we're going to just do one last one here. Good. And then come to neutral. So from here, we're going to step the right foot forwards and come into a bit of a lunge. Now, obviously, if that's difficult for you to do, bring it as far forwards as you can and use your hand to support you. Then shift forwards with the hips. Okay, so bringing the hands onto the thigh and then navel to spine, get nice and strong. Feel grounded through the feet, and you might be able to reach the arms up too. Taking a breath here. Then hands back to the thigh. Left hand to the floor where your left foot would be if you were standing, and then twisting towards that knee. Arm coming up if you would like, or you can tuck it around your back. And if you feel strong today and you want to add a bit of dynamism, you can extend the back leg off the floor. And then bring the knee down, and step that knee back. And then we'll go same with the left foot. So coming through, hands to the thigh, get nice and stable and strong. Reaching up, taking a breath here. And then hands back to the thigh, right hand to the floor, twisting to the left. Maybe lifting the arm up or taking it around behind you. And then you've got the option to tuck the toes and extend that back leg, lifting the knee off the floor. Bring the knee down, come back with a hand, step back with the foot, and just take a few circles there. Good. Okay, so we're going to come into downward dog now. So tuck, so come back into pose of the child to get your positioning right. Slide your hands forward as far as they go, spreading the fingers, and then tuck the toes as you inhale and exhale, lifting up. Adjusting as you need to, bending into the knees, getting nice and high with the tail, ears in line with the upper arms. pressing through the palms. Maybe extending one heel down towards the floor to stretch through. And then walk the feet about a foot's length forwards towards your hands and a little bit wider, so they're almost as wide as the mat. We're going to take that into a twist, taking the right hand to the left leg, twisting, looking under the left arm. And then same on the other side. And back that hand, walking the feet to the top of your mat. And then rising up. Tall, arms together. And hands to your heart center. So we're going to do 4 rounds of a half sun salutation to get your energy flowing nicely. If you know the full salutation and you'd like to do that, obviously you are very welcome. So let's inhale, opening, looking up, with a gentle back bend there. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come halfway, fingertips on the floor or to the shins. Exhale, hang. Root through the feet as you rise up, inhaling, arms together, and exhale. Back. 3 more. So inhaling, opening, exhale, fold. Inhale, extend the spine from the navel, from the tailbone to the crown. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, center. Opening, folding, halfway, and down, rising up, heart center. Last one. And obviously you can adapt the speed. If you really want to energize yourself, you can go much faster, or you can slow this down if you want to bring yourself into a calmer state, into more of a relaxed state for the end of the day. Okay, so releasing the arms. We're going to stand with the feet just a bit wider than hips width, more like a leg's length apart actually. You can see my toes are facing forwards. The knees bent a little bit. Then coming into a wide leg forward bend here. So first of all, before you come down, get nice and tall through the spine. You can have your hands on your hips. Keep that spine extended as much as you can. You can bend into the knees to support your lower back as you bow down. And then slide the hands down to the legs. Obviously, we're all different. Some of us got very long legs, so we won't get down onto the floor with the hands. That's fine. Just hold on to where you can. If you can get to the floor, you can bring your first 2 fingers together and hook them around your big toes. You can bend your elbows and draw the crown of your head down towards the floor. Now here, you might like to have the knees bent quite deeply or work on straightening them. Either is fine. And then ease off. Bring your right hand under your head. Tuck your left hand around your back. Extend through that right arm. The spine will lengthen and you can twist to the left. Try and keep the lower back and the hips level. That left hip will want to move back and the right will want to move forwards, but just keep them as level as you can. Left shoulder away from the ear. And then if you want to, you can lift that top arm as well. So lots of twisting in this practice today. Bring the hand down. Turn back down and swap over. So the left hand's going where the right was, tucking the right arm around the back, Extending again through the spine, rotating side. And if you feel you want to, lifting that arm up, but just being careful to keep the lower back level. And then return the hand to the floor. You feel quite energized. You can jump the feet in, bunny hop in, or you can walk them in gently if you prefer. And then come into pose of the child. So big toes together. Knees can be together or wide apart, depending on how you're feeling today. Sliding the hands forwards. We're coming into an extended pose of child first. And then walking the hands around to the left, keeping the head equidistant between the upper arms. Taking breath into the right side of the body, bringing space and lightness. And back to center. Pausing for a breath. And then continuing round to the right, this time breathing that space into the left side. Walking the hands back to center and back in towards you. And if you can, just bring the forehead to rest on the floor or on a block. And tuck the arms around the legs, just enables you to let the shoulders really soften and sink down towards the floor. We are in this posture that we are bowing down, surrendering, turning inwards towards our meditation now. So bringing the hands under the shoulders, roll yourself up really slowly and carefully. And then I would suggest that from there, we come into Shavasana, flat on the floor. Quickly show you on the floor, your arms away from your sides, your legs nice and far apart, head facing up towards the ceiling, but the eyes closed. Neck nice and long, jaw release. And I would suggest that you stay there for at least 5 minutes to absorb the practice, to be quiet, and to just feel the flow of your breath. That's all you need to focus on, just the inhale and the exhale. So thank you for practicing with me. I hope you find that really beneficial and it energizes you and enlivens you, ready for this beautiful season that's ahead of us. Namaste.